and today I got What If Naruto Was Betrayed? And, if you guys want to see, some, My Hero or Naruto episodes playing in the background, you can comment that down below. But, let's start this new What If scenario. So, most of Naruto's childhood is exactly the same. Him getting beat, him getting stepped on, everything is the exact same. Up till the point where he's in the academy. In the academy, he had one nice teacher, Iruka. Iruka used to be mean to him, just like the rest. But Iruka, found the courage and, became nice to Naruto. But in reality, Iruka was just trying his best to be nice to Naruto, but he actually never liked him in the first place. This was all an act that he was playing, and Naruto fell for it. And Naruto didn't realize this. As, when it was time for the Genin exams, Iruka helped Mizuki rig it for Naruto, as Naruto flunked the test, absolutely failed the test, failed the jutsu and everything. Iruka backstabbed Naruto, and Iruka didn't even know the plan that Mizuki had, and just agreed to help Mizuki fail Naruto, since Iruka still hated Naruto for killing his family. But we move from this as Naruto was all sad, crying, and he wanted comfort, and the best person to go to was Iruka, but Iruka wasn't there this time. This time it was actually Mizuki, as Naruto was getting advice from Mizuki saying, well, young Naruto, it seems you failed the test, as Naruto just frowns and feels a bit sad and ashamed. But, Mizuki looked at him saying, don't fret, young child. Don't fret, Naruto. There was a secret hidden portion to the test, and that is to take a scroll from the Hokage mansion. And if you give it to me, you'll become a ninja. As Naruto, like cannon, fell for it and took the scroll and was going to give it to Mizuki. But this time Iruka did stop him, and this time Iruka acted a lot different from the way Iruka from canon did. He's a lot more upset with Naruto, disappointed in Naruto, and is now showing his true colors to Naruto. As Naruto, when he heard the words that Iruka spoke, his heart was shattered. His spirit was broken. The person who he knew was his friend, or thought of as his friend, or his only friend really, besides Choji and Shikamaru, betrayed him, as Naruto felt bad inside, as Naruto just ran away with the scroll. Ran away. As Iruka was there, still running after Naruto, as he did catch up, as Iruka was still hit with the shuriken by Mizuki. As Naruto's eyes widened, seeing Iruka on the ground with a massive shuriken in his back, as the shuriken was heading for Naruto. But Iruka, for some reason, he still moved in a way to block the shuriken. But he just pushed Naruto out the way, saying, "Naruto, give the scroll back. Give it to the Lord Hokage." As, right now, Iruka is very injured due to the shuriken being slammed into his back, and, as Iruka takes it out, he throws it back at Mizuki, as Mizuki blocks the shuriken and decides to fight, Iruka head on, as those two have a bit of a battle, And the obvious winner here is Mizuki, due to the fact that Iruka's already injured and everything. As we move from this, as Naruto just keeps running and running, heads over to the Hokage's mansion, well, near the Hokage's mansion, but stops at a place where it's pretty hidden and decides to take a quick peek at the scroll. Reading the scroll, and he reads about the Shadow Clone Jutsu, learning about it. And soon, he learns about the jutsu that is known as the Rasengan. Naruto reads about the Rasengan, who created it, and he reads that it was created by the Yondaime Hokage, or otherwise known as the 4th Hokage. As Naruto continues reading about the Rasengan and learning about it, he reads about the 3 steps of learning the Rasengan, the imperfect jutsu. As he reads about every step, he memorizes the steps. As Naruto decides that this should be enough for him and he should give the scroll back to the Hokage. As he does, Hiruzen looks at Naruto saying, Naruto, why did you steal the scroll? And admit the truth. As Naruto looks down saying, well, Gigi, I thought it was another part of the exam. As Hiruzen is a little confused, saying, what do you mean, Naruto? The exam? You failed the exam, didn't you? As Naruto looked at Hiruzen saying, well, I failed the test, but the test was rigged, I think. As Hiruzen looks a little shocked, saying, how so, Naruto? Naruto replying, I was given a blank piece of paper, and I didn't know the questions to the answers. I didn't know how to answer any of the questions since there weren't any questions on the page. As Hiruzen was pretty upset with the teachers who tried to fail Naruto, and with some of the things that were going on, as Hiruzen didn't think that they would take it this far. As Hiruzen then asks him, then why did you steal this scroll? As Naruto tells him, Mizuki told me it was a part of the exam, so I decided to steal it. As Naruto admits the truth, as Hiruzen was shocked to hear this, but he tells his Anbu to go find Mizuki and kill Mizuki. And go find Mizuki. If he refuses and tries to put up a fight, kill him. But if you get him before he does it or tries anything, take him to a high security prison where he won't do anything that will endanger anyone else. As Mizuki was taken by surprise and was taken to a high security prison. As Iruka, well, he was defeated, almost killed, and is in the hospital. Right now, Hiruzen, well, the next day, questions Iruka about what he did to the test for Naruto. As Iruka looks down in shame, saying, I rigged the test. As Hiruzen gets a little angry, as you can hear it in his voice, saying, Iruka, you know that's not the way of the ninja. And you know that. Rigging someone's test just so you can fulfill your own wishes and desires, that's selfish of you, Iruka. As Iruka is looking down in shame, as he apologizes to Hiruzen, as Hiruzen looks at him saying, Iruka, I'm not the one you should be apologizing to. You should apologize to Naruto. But even that, I don't think you can do. As Hiruzen leaves the office, as Iruka is there, left speechless, watching the 3rd Hokage leave. As the 3rd Hokage, he decides to train Naruto instead. And to see or to test Naruto's abilities, as Naruto, while Hiruzen was gone, was training, trying to learn this jutsu called not the Shadow Clone, since he's pretty good at the Shadow Clone, or making Shadow Clones, but not perfect at them. But is right now trying to pop a water balloon. As Naruto is so confused. But he saw a cat, well, when he dropped his water balloon and it didn't pop, he saw the cat rolling it around and doing all sorts of stuff with the balloon until the balloon popped as Naruto got the idea. "Oh, that's it!" Naruto exclaimed as Naruto basically gets another water balloon and starts trying to pop it with one hand, which doesn't work, so he decides to go two hands this time. And this time, he was able to pop the balloon as Naruto celebrates as he calls out, "Yes, I did it!" As Hiruzen was watching Naruto in a little bit of awe, saying, Naruto. So, you've read about the Rasengan. Very interesting." As Hiruzen walks to Naruto, saying, "Hello there, Naruto. What are you up to today?" As, Naruto replies saying, "Hi, Gigi. I was just training." As Naruto tries to act normal, but Hiruzen looks at him saying, "Don't lie, Naruto. I know you're training, but you're training a jutsu, a specific jutsu." As Naruto was caught red-handed, as Naruto tells Hiruzen what he's learning, the Rasengan. As Hiruzen chuckles, saying, "The Rasengan. What a fitting jutsu for you, Naruto." As Naruto looks at him, saying, "You're not trying to stop me, Gigi?" As Naruto looks rather shocked, as Hiruzen looks at him, saying, "Why should I stop you, Naruto? There's no need. But you must keep this jutsu under wraps, and don't use this unless absolutely necessary. Is that understood?" As Naruto nods his head as he continues training. As Naruto, it takes a while to learn the jutsu, but he masters it in 2 weeks. Since this is the same Naruto, and he's a lot more determined, but he's a little less extroverted due to the words that were spoken to him by Iruka, the one he trusted as is, his only nice person besides Tayuchi and Hiruzen. As Naruto, during the past 2 weeks, he learned the Rasengan as I've stated, but he's also learned how to use the Shadow Clone Jutsu more efficiently, using clones to dodge shuriken attacks, using clones to boost him for close-up melee attacks. So he's learned a lot of things with the Shadow Clone Jutsu and to use them for attacks, and that's his base move, the Shadow Clone Jutsu. As Naruto is learning from the professor, aka Hiruzen, as Hiruzen was known as the professor for learning all 5 elemental jutsus, or all 5 chakra natures to be exact. As he's teaching Naruto the easy ones first, the Wind Style Gale Palm, Earth Style Mud Wall, Water Style Water Bullet Jutsu, and Fire Style Fireball Jutsu. As those are the basic jutsus he's trying to teach Naruto. As Hiruzen sees that Naruto actually has an affinity for wind. But I'm gonna say that Naruto also has the affinity for lightning. Yes, he has the affinity for lightning. As Hiruzen sees this, he decides to teach Naruto some of the other elements too, just in case those moves, just in case he can actually learn those moves. As Naruto tries to do a Fireball Jutsu, and for a while it fails. But, through some hard work and perseverance, he actually managed to do a Fireball Jutsu, and it was a pretty good size at that. As, the person who is next, scratch that. As Naruto does this Fireball Jutsu, Hiruzen is rather impressed and claps and gives props to Naruto, saying, "Well done, Naruto. That was a very good Fireball Jutsu. Now, you must perfect this jutsu, and then I'll teach you the next jutsu after that." As Naruto perfects the jutsu to a pretty good degree, so he knows a bit of Fire Style Jutsu, and this is the only jutsu that Naruto can actually use as a Fire Style. Since he's not really with the affinity of fire, he's more of a wind and lightning person. But as Naruto learns the Wind Bullet, he learns that pretty easily, and wind comes naturally to Naruto. As he learns the Wind Bullet, he also manages to learn the Lightning Style Lightning Palm and Hiruzen tries to teach him some other jutsus, as Naruto did manage to learn the Earth-style Mud Wall, and a basic water-style jutsu. Wait, this is not a basic water-style jutsu. This is like a A to S rank, A to S rank jutsu, the water-style Water Dragon jutsu. Hiruzen's trying to teach him this, and Naruto manages to learn this jutsu. And I'm only giving him one move from most of these elemental moves. Just one of these. He's not gonna get like any more OP jutsus from other affinities. These are the only moves he's gonna learn. Besides the wind and lightning, he's gonna learn a lot more of those. But if you guys want him to learn any more jutsus from any other elements, then just comment it down below. But we move, as Naruto is doing more training and is getting a lot stronger. But Hiruzen just didn't want to focus on chakra and jutsu alone. He needed to learn taijutsu. In the case that Naruto loses in jutsu battle, which is pretty likely at the moment, he will have to use taijutsu in order to win, as Naruto learns taijutsu from the master taijutsu person, or from the person who is a master at taijutsu. Yes, Might Guy, as Naruto is an apprentice of Might Guy, and also the second apprentice, as Rock Lee is his first. As Guy sees, Naruto is not too shabby. Well, not too shabby with this taijutsu, as Naruto was tested against Lee first, as Naruto is very fast, and those genes comes from Minato. His stamina comes from Kushina, as those two combinations make an incredible combination, as Naruto, well, since Lee doesn't have any of his gates or anything like that, at this point Naruto will defeat Lee. And why? Is because Lee doesn't have his weights or anything like that. He doesn't have any of his other OP moves just yet. This is just the beginning, well, a few weeks into the Genins, of the Genin people. You know, a few weeks of them getting into a Genin rank. So they won't have any of their original OP moves that they had from before. And Lee especially. So Lee's working extra hard now, since he has a rival. Someone who's defeated him besides Neji. So we move from this. As we move from this, Naruto and the others, well, Naruto and Lee are becoming best of friends, actually. This is the only person who Naruto actually deems as a friend. Well, his only friend besides the other two I've mentioned before, Choji and Shikamaru, as those guys are, on Team Inochika Cho, but that's besides the point. As Naruto and Lee train together. Oh, a lot. As Lee told Naruto the training that they're going to be doing with Might Guy and learning a lot of taijutsu. As Naruto, he wasn't able to learn the 8 inner gates just like Lee was. Lee was taught the 8 inner gates, but Naruto was taught a little more differently. Naruto was taught based on the speed style of taijutsu. Instead of stalling the battle, Naruto's aim in the game is to win with speed and decisive attacks that will finish the opponent quickly, as that's Naruto's fighting style. As Naruto learns a fighting style that is very, very effective. As I'm sorry if you can hear any background noises, but we move. As the fight, well, as Lee and Naruto have another spar to test their abilities, as Naruto's fighting style was very, very incredible. As Might Guy watches in awe at the fighting style that Naruto shows, and sees that Lee has taken his fighting style and is trying to make it his own version of his fighting style. He is very impressed with Lee as well, but seeing Naruto's fighting style, using speed and decisive blows, as Lee is actually getting more injured, as Lee was getting hit in the vital spots that could knock any ordinary person out, as Naruto is doing a lot of right hooks, right and lefts, and does a spinning back kick, which actually hits Lee square in the face, and Lee counters with his own spinning back kick, hitting Naruto as both of them flip and kick back up as those two are back in the fight. As the fight continues, as Lee actually takes us to the first gate. Naruto, knowing that the 8 inner gates are a strong boost of your power and just unleash your limits, he knows that it's very important to finish this fight now, as Naruto moves even faster than it was before, as Naruto moves in the speeds that no one has ever seen before, as he's immediately behind Lee, as Lee wasn't able to see his movements, as Lee was hit with a hidden lotus, as Naruto does his own move based on the hidden lotus, and it's Sasuke's move from canon, the Lion's Barrage, as Naruto performs the Lion's Barrage, making sure that Lee was hit in the spots where he won't be able to use the 8 inner gates, as Lee was sent crashing into the ground as he was knocked out. As Naruto, yet again, is the victor, as Naruto is going very well with his taijutsu, and he's now going back to learn some more jutsus from the professor, Hiruzen, as Hiruzen teaches him more jutsus, and I forgot to mention that Naruto has already become a genin due to Hiruzen being there with him, and Hiruzen's not going to backstab him if you're just wondering. But we move, as Naruto is already a part of a team, and that would be the same team, Team 7. As Team 7 was taken by Kakashi, and the bell test, well, the bell test hasn't started yet, as they have started some missions, but Kakashi has called them out one day, and has asked them to come meet them at training ground 7, or just a random number training ground. As they meet at the training ground, as Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura see that Kakashi is there actually, not late this time. As Kakashi looks at him saying, so today, we're gonna be doing a bell test. And, this is late to say, but if you guys don't pass this bell test, you'll be sent back to the academy. As Sakura's the first one to complain, saying, but we're already a team, and I don't want to go back to the academy, we've worked so hard. As Kakashi looks at her saying, well, too bad. The bell test begins right now, as Kakashi just ups and vanishes, as Naruto, picks up his guard, saying, be careful, guys, be on your guard. As Sasuke does a back-to-back with Naruto, and Sakura has no other choice, so she also does a back-to-back, as, Sasuke looks at Naruto saying, you don't have to tell me twice, Dobe, as Naruto and Sasuke give each other the look, as Kakashi is there and goes for the headhunter jutsu and tries it on Sasuke, but Naruto senses this, as Naruto tells Sasuke to watch out, as Sasuke does a front flip to get out the way, as Kakashi misses his target, and Naruto is already in the air and gets his hand signs ready and does the hand signs for a lightning palm, slamming his hand straight into the ground, as a bit of electricity hits Kakashi as Kakashi bursts out of the ground and begins fighting Naruto in a taijutsu battle. And before this happened, Naruto did learn about history and stuff like that. He has to be smart and very tactical in battle, so Hiruzen taught him a lot of stuff. So a lot has happened during the time he's been training, and his fighting style is quick and decisive, like I've said before, but he's taken a liking to the fighting style of the one known as Madara Uchiha, as he's basing his decisive and speedy attacks on how Madara fights, as Kakashi hasn't seen how Madara fights, but he's read books about it, as Naruto is copying every single move that Madara has made. So imagine the Fourth Great Ninja War and the moves that Madara was pulling. That's basically what Naruto was doing, but at a lower level, since he doesn't have the Sharingan or the Rinne-Hatake or anything like that. But we move, as Naruto is still rather difficult to deal with as Kakashi. Well, he had to go all out without using a Sharingan. But then Sasuke had to join in, which made things a lot more difficult. So he decided to use the Sharingan, as this really enraged Sasuke, thinking that Kakashi killed one of his clan members, so he goes on an all-out berserk rage. But that ends up with him getting his head piled into the ground, as well. Kakashi used the headhunter jutsu on Sasuke, and that's what ended up happening to him. And Naruto right now is just fighting Kakashi alone, as the fight still continues, as Naruto and Kakashi try to end it. Naruto making Rasengan, and Kakashi didn't think that he'd had to use this jutsu, but decides to do it anyway, as he pulls out the Chidori and heads towards Naruto, running at a fast pace, as Naruto yells, "Kakashi!" as Kakashi yells, "Naruto!" as they both yell their different moves. Naruto yelling, "Rasengan!" as Kakashi yells, "Chidori!" as both attacks land, as a mini crater is formed underneath both of them, as a gust of wind is blowing as the attacks collide, as sparks of electricity and wind begin coming off of the impact of the attack, as they were both blown back. But it seems that Naruto is still fine, and Kakashi is a bit injured from the attack, as Kakashi wasn't expecting this, as Naruto pulls out another Rasengan and hits Kakashi with it, as Kakashi was sent flying into a tree, which hurt him. He didn't get knocked out, but the Rasengan was just a little distraction. Was a little distraction, as Naruto grabbed the bells just in time before Kakashi was sent flying, as he passes one off to Sasuke and gives the other one to Sakura. And why I haven't mentioned Sakura? Well, do you really think Sakura can help anyone at this stage? I'm sorry for any Sakura fans, but Sakura can't help anyone at this stage, because you're fighting a Jonin with a Sharingan, and Sakura in the beginning of Naruto couldn't really do anything in the first place. So you can't really expect anything from her just right now. But we move from this, as Naruto just continues training with Hiruzen and stuff like that. And he also made a few more friends, but those friends were really not his friends, as they all thought mean things about him and didn't really like Naruto, especially Kiba. Kiba did not like Naruto. The only few people who were actually his real friends was, right now, Rock Lee, Hinata, I guess. Hinata, but Hinata's a bit shy around Naruto, but Naruto still considers her a friend. And right now, Sasuke. Yeah, Sasuke. You wouldn't expect Sasuke to do this, since he's still an emo kid. But Sasuke decides to be friends with Naruto. Not just for his own benefit, and not just to betray Naruto. He actually genuinely wants to be his friend, and I know this is out of character for Sasuke. But we move, as I will be leaving you guys off on a bit of a cliffhanger. So if you guys enjoyed, why not leave a like and subscribe? And while you're at it, hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next What If scenario. Peace.